by a new chapter, the operation of fractions. Okay, we have many objects to achieve. First of all, we want to start by the multiplication of fractions. And you should know about this because it is have been taken in this year. So we start by the multiplication of fractions. So as you see here, the product of two fractions is a fraction whose numerator is equal to the product of the numerators, and the denominator is equal to the product of the denominators. Okay, what does that mean? In a very simple way, if we have, for example, two fractions, for example, if we have the first fraction is, for example, 2 over 3, and the other fraction is 5 over 7, and we have a product between them. So what is the answer? First of all, the answer is a fraction, so it's a fraction formed from a numerator and a denominator. What is the numerator of this fraction? So we multiply the two numerators. So here the first numerator and here the second numerator. So we multiply the two numerators, so it's 2 times 5 over the denominator result is also the product of the two denominators. So it's 3 times 7. Okay. So it's a fraction that is equal to 2 times 5 is 10 over 3 times 7 is 21. Now we should practice this. We have to complete 2 over 3 times 5 over 7. So in a very easy way, it's a fraction. Its numerator is 2 times 5 over 3 times 7, which is equal to 10 over 21. The other one, it's the multiplication of the numerator, 5 times 7 over 21 times 6. So 5 times 7 is equal to 35, and 21 times 6 is equal to 126. We continue. Here we have also 5 times 7 over 7 times 5. So it's equal to 35 over 35, which is 1, because when we divide by the same number we get 1. And finally we have here 3 times 4 over 4 times 3, so it is equal to 12 over 12, which is 1. Now we want to perform and simplify. How can we simplify a fraction? So pay attention now. First of all, we have a product here between two fractions. So we have a product. Okay, so we multiply the two numerators. It is equal to 3 times 14 over 7 times 15. Let's write this in a better way. Okay. So now pay attention, please. In any fraction, we have a very important property that we can divide the numerator and the denominator by the same divisor. As you see here, in the numerator we have the product of the two numbers 3 and 14, and in the denominator we have the product of the two numbers 7 and 15. So we have a common divisor for the number 3 and in the numerator and the number 15 in the denominator. So 3 is divisible by 3, and also 15 is divisible by the same divisor 3. So we can do this. We can divide the 3 in the numerator and the 15 in the denominator by the same divisor 3. And also we can also have another divisor for the number 14 and 7. 14 in the numerator and 7 in the denominator. So the common divisor is the number 7. So 14 is divisible by 7, and this 7 is also divisible by 7. So our fraction become 3 divided by 3 in the numerator is equals to 1 times 14 divided by 7 is equals to 2 over 7 divided by 7 is equal to 1 times 15 divided by 3 is equals to 5. And now we do the product. 1 times 2 in the numerator is 2 over 1 times 5 in the numerator is equals to 5. And this is our fraction result, and this fraction is irreducible, or it is a simplified fraction. Now we go to the second one. So it's a product of two fractions. We multiply the two numerators and we multiply the two denominators. As you see here, we have a same number in the numerator and in the denominator. The same number here is the number 3. So quickly and directly we can cancel them out. Why we can do this? Because the operation used in the numerator is the multiplication, and the operation used in the denominator is also the multiplication. So we can quickly cancel them out. Okay, the remainder in the numerator is 2 and the remainder in the denominator is 5. So we keep it as they are. So equals to 2 over 5. And this is our irreducible simplified fraction. Okay, now the third one. Also, it's a multiplication of two fractions. So we multiply the two numerators, 8 times 11 over 11 times 8. And as you see in this example, we have the same numbers in the numerator and in the denominator. So easily we can cancel them out. Okay, pay attention. If we cancel all the numbers in the numerator, so the remainder should be 1 and not 0. Okay, don't forget this. So we write 1 because all the numbers are cancelled out, and the same in the denominator. In the denominator, all the numbers are cancelled out too. So the remainder is 1, and 1 over 1 is 1, and this is our result. Finally, this one, 9 times 25 over 63. For the first number 9, we can write it as 9 over 1. So we can write it in a fraction form, 9 over 1 times 25 over 63, right? So, as I said, we multiply the two denominators, 9 times 25 over 1 times 63. So here, before we multiply the two numbers in the numerator and the two numbers in the denominator, we see if we have a common divisor for a numbers in the numerator and the denominator. And the common divisors is for the number 9 and 63. These two numbers both are divisible by 9. So we divide the two numbers in the numerator and the denominator by the same divisor, 9. So the numerator become 1 times 25 over 1 times, and 63 divided by 9 is equals to 7. So our fraction become 25 over 7, and we stop here. This is our irreducible fraction. Okay, thank you.